You're watching Studio J, the best of Jefferson Multimedia, from Jefferson Middle School and the Fort Wayne Community Schools. You're watching Studio J, the best of Jefferson Middle School Multimedia from Jefferson Middle School in the Fort Wayne Community Schools.
Welcome to another edition of How School Works. Today's title is Work For It, and I am your teacher, the Great Puss in Boots. I always hear you students say, "Wow, I wish I was in a class where I could do whatever I wanted." You know what? You are, right now. And there's only one problem with this. Many of us, now that we're here, we spend most of our time talking. With each and every assignment this semester, 30 to 40% of us have turned in nothing at all, then complained that the class was boring. For those of us who fit this description, my response is easy. You're bored because you aren't doing anything. Others are still working on an assignment weeks after it's been graded. After you've been told to move on to the next one for 3 or 4 straight days, you don't hear a word. You think if you're doing something you heard the teacher mention once a month ago, you're golden, like the golden egg, but this is not true. First of all, check the board. If the objectives don't cover the assignment you're doing, stop, unless you have special permission from your teacher. Those of us who don't have anything to do, your teacher will give you a project, grade it, then delete it, and if you still have nothing for your next movie, he'll have you do the same one again. You can complain all you want. Remember, he doesn't have time to create amazing work for people who sit and chat all hour. His main job is to be a media teacher, not a media producer. You are the students. In his class, making movies is your job. Making cheesy video tutorials like this with special guests like me, that is his job. The main things he needs to teach you, not just about his subject, but about life in general, are these. Numero uno. If you don't do your work, you will get a lousy evaluation. You cannot change this fact by being mad at it. Every 2 weeks you should film a project, and you should finish editing your last project. Can you have a few extra days if you need it? Yes, of course. But when your video is done, call him over to grade. Don't keep working on the same thing for 2 months and think, oh, all of those due dates at the website he shows us 2 or 3 times each week, they don't count anymore. Yes, they do. In real life, you will always have to meet a deadline, and those don't change just because you aren't paying attention. Imagine you're producing an audiobook. You spend days 1 and 2 writing the script. You grab the peer evaluation sheet, you have some friends grade it, then your teacher grades it, and guess what? It's amazing. Furthermore, let's imagine you're in a group of 3. Have one person go and record the narration. While they're doing that, leave the other 2 in the classroom so they can look for pictures. That way you're doing 2 things at once and moving toward your goal much faster. Coordinate your group and multitask smartly. Numero 3. If you can change the order of something to be more productive, do it. Imagine that your script rocks. You really want to record your narration today, but the bell rings in 10 minutes. There is no time. That's fine. Start looking for your music, your sound effects, and your pictures right now. Don't sit and slap each other and then say, we couldn't do our voiceover today, so all we could do is be pointless and violent instead. No way, Jose. There is always something you can do for your current video. Numero 4. If you're waiting for the teacher to help you with something, move on to the next step until he arrives. You should never sit and do nothing while you're waiting for the teacher. That puts all of the burden on him and none of the burden on you. And if you pull that at work when you get older, your boss will not be happy. It's better to learn that lesson now when the words, "you're fired," will not be a part of that conversation. Lastly, 3 before me means get up out of your seat. Whether you need to borrow a pencil or have someone grade your movie, get up and walk across the room. If you are surrounded by people who don't do much, they should not be the 3 you ask. Check with the team who made the cool video that we watched just yesterday. They probably know better than the group who has their shirts pulled up over their noses because that one guy keeps farting all the time. Everything I have told you here is common sense. The problems we have in school, they are not academic. Most of them are social and emotional. And it really all boils down to one sentence. Those of us that struggle at school, we do what we shouldn't, and then we don't do what we should. If we have the power to change this, our lives will be better for it. If not, then even a hero like me cannot save you. So think, act, and do the right thing. Adios, amigos.
You're watching Studio J, the best of Jefferson Middle School Multimedia from Jefferson Middle School in the Fort Wayne Community Schools.
A foreign dish that I love is the burrito. You can eat it for lunch and dinner, but making it for breakfast is just as easy.
Wait, what?
Regular burritos include beef, chicken, or beans. We aren't going to use any of that. Instead, we're switching it up from the ordinary. It brings Mexican heritage to your home in the morning. I make this over the weekend after sleeping in late. This breakfast burrito will make you scramble out of bed.
You will need 1 flour tortilla, 1 egg, a couple of name brand tater tots, 1/4 a cup of diced tomatoes, 1/4 a cup of shredded cheese, and a dash of pepper. Start by putting a couple tater tots in the oven.
Specifically in a smiley face design.
Next, get a damp paper towel. Put the tortilla on a plate with the paper towel covering it. Microwave it for 10 seconds, then let it cool.
While the tortilla is cooling down, scramble 1 egg until it's fluffy. Pour the egg on the tortilla. Then the tater tots, the diced tomatoes, 1/4 cup of shredded cheese of your choice, and all the pepper you want. Now enjoy it while it lasts, cause that won't be long.
Make sure to share the recipe with your amigos and familia. Everyone is bound to love it. Never will you want to wake up more, especially when you smell it being cooked. It's great for sleepovers or breakfast in bed. Who doesn't like Mexican food? Who doesn't like burritos? And who said you can't bring Mexican food into your ordinary morning?